Hello, hi Gray, yippee! Can you let me know how the audio is? Can you hear me? Can you hear the game? Are we good to go? Yay! Should be good. Alright. How are you doing? Rika Furude was going to sleep. I was going to sleep. Good night, everyone. Good night, me. Finished my fibers final for tomorrow, so now I'm prepping for an exit review I also have tomorrow. Oh, how exciting! The fibers final is your, is it a waistcoat? The coat, right? The Apollyon coat. And the sun rose again on another wonderful day for Rika Furude. She took her first step, her first small effort, to become friends with her classmates again. And at home she was wrapped in her parents' love. And the sun brightening her wonderful day, fell behind the mountains and disappeared. I changed it. I made a teddy bear because I felt like I was cheating by not making anything new. Oh, okay, I see. Well, that's exciting. Sounds cute. Do you have pictures? I want to see. I want to see. Long, long ago, there was a god who appeared before mankind. Bread rained down from the heavens. Some lamented that it was not meat. Meat rained down from the heavens. Some lamented that they preferred bread. God descended down from the heavens. Until I know what will make all happy, water shall rain down. Water rained down from the heavens. All lamented that their clothes grew wet. Fire rained down from the heavens. All lamented that their homes burned down. God descended down from the heavens. Until I know what will make all happy, nothing shall rain down. Nothing rained down from the heavens. Some lamented that God had abandoned them. Many things rained down from the heavens. Some lamented that God would not make a choice. Huge rocks rained down from the heavens. At long last there were none who lamented. Water rained down from the heavens. A passing traveler was grateful. God, thank you for the unexpected weather. With this my journey will never be dull. God said nothing and watched him leave. All for the best. Gods and dice should both be silent. Frederica Berngastel. Just finished it so I can browse. Oh, it's done. That's all I can say of quality. Oh! uh. Hmm? Do you know who I am, Rika-chan? Yes. Where am I? After hearing that answer, the nurse burst out of the room in sheer surprise. How rude. Where's Dr. Irie? Dr. Irie! He's back! He's back! Call him at once! Tell him Rika-chan has come too! My head hurts. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Do you remember what happened? Me... Is this the clinic? It's your man's! Yes. While you were heading back to Hinamizawa with your friends, you had an accident and hit your head and never woke up again. My beloved! The man himself! We feared your consciousness would never return. Is she back? I think she's back! It was all just a dream. Thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Irie even had a few tears in his eyes as he spoke. I was still just a little scared. I wanted to make sure this was the world I knew so well. So I mustered my courage and asked Irie. Yes, all your friends were incredibly worried about you. Satoko-chan, of course, and Maebara-kun, and Mion-san, and Rena-san. Unfortunately, Satoshi-kun still hasn't reached a state where he can wake up yet. And... my mother? Your memories must still be a little confused. That happens when you've been unconscious for a long time. Is she dead? Yes, she died 2 years ago on the day of Watanagashi. Were you dreaming of your mother while you were asleep? Thank you. I'm fine now. Knowing that my mother is dead gives me a complex feeling. But there wasn't any doubt that this was the world I knew so well. And according to Irie, it had been a little over a month since the accident. A month?! After telling me he'd be right back, he scrambled out of the room. Left in my hospital room filled with the voices of cicadas, I could do nothing but wander through my vague memories for a time. I was fooling around on my bike while heading home from playing at the pool with everyone, and got hit by a car, right? But the world I awoke to after that is still vivid in my mind. And if this is my original world, and after grappling with that difficult choice, I chose my old world and safely ended my long journey to return to it? Or was that all just a long dream I had, like Irie said, while I was in a coma from the accident? I didn't know. Anyu, are you there? No. That's good. Waking up in that world and not seeing you straight away was really disheartening. Has something like that ever happened? I've always been the first one you saw whenever you woke up, Rika. Anyu speaks to me while wearing an affectionate expression, but her saying that at length just makes me remember the world of just a few moments ago. Because for the first time, Hanyu wasn't there when I woke up. Hanyu, that world, was it a dream? Or was it real? I don't really understand what you're saying, Rika. Did something happen? Are you serious? Rika, I don't understand what you're talking about. Was Hanyu playing dumb? Or was she telling the truth? I couldn't tell. Then, what was that world I was just in? Dream? A dream, Hanyu answered immediately, and hearing that convinced me. That sinless world was no dream. Then, I killed her. With my own hands? My mother had the fragment. I shouldn't have been able to return to my original world without killing her. If I was here, that meant I'd killed her. And then, after I killed her, I had to kill myself, like usual, to send myself to the world of the gods. And conveniently, when I die, it goes back through my memories right before the event and tears them apart. So it was only natural that my memories of personally killing my mother didn't remain. Trembling, I looked at the palms of my hands. They were pure white, pale and bloodless. No, that was just it. That alone made me remember the feeling, spread across my hands. That warm, sticky, slimy sensation. My fragment welled up inside me. Something inside me was desperately holding back the memories of that alien world. Crying out for some reason, desperately holding them back. Because if they spilled out, they would surely swallow me whole. Rika, you need to calm down. Hanyu put her hand to my forehead, and I felt as though something was grabbing my lungs in a fist. A sense of suffocation, like something was squeezing the breath out of me. But it was squeezing those feelings about to swallow. Those feelings about to swallow me up too, and they couldn't come up any further. In exchange for the choking sensation, I gulped down the rising emotions, beginning to steadily regain my composure. Hanyu realized it and took her hand away. Have you calmed down? You were asleep for a long time, so you must be confused. You should do as Irie says for a while. Take your medicine and get some bed rest. Hanyu, wait, tell me, was that world? Look, everyone's arrived. I'll only be in the way, so I'll disappear for a while. Hanyu! I started to hear many footsteps running down the hallway. Anya whirled around as though pivoting on her heel and vanished. In exchange, the hospital door clattered violently open. My beloved club member friends appeared. Rika! Rika! Satoko. Hey, Satoko. Rika-chan just woke up. You shouldn't be hugging her. It's okay, Keiichi-kun. Thank goodness! Thank goodness! Clinging to me, Satoko fell to her knees on the spot and started bawling without hesitation. Welcome back, Rika-chan. We had faith you'd come back to us. Yeah, because when we all believe in one thing, a miracle is sure to happen. That's how we beat Takano-san in that crazy battle, right? Because we all believed in a miracle. Everyone believed that you'd come back for sure, Rika-chan. We came to visit every day. We knew for sure you'd wake up, so we came every day. Oh, thank goodness. Coach says your memories are a little bit muddled. You didn't forget about this old man and the rest of us, right? I know who Satoko and Rena and Keiichi are, but I don't know who you are, me. Nippa. I guess you're all right. This was something I couldn't ever have asked before. But just to make absolutely sure this was really my original world, I asked anyway, pretending my memory was still confused. The theme, I know! Is Satoshi not coming? Satoko gave a somewhat lonely smile and spoke. Nini still hasn't come back after running away 2 years ago, remember? Rika, you can be so forgetful. They still haven't told her. That's crazy. Her expression made my chest tighten. She was definitely the Satoko from my original world. I see. Your memories do seem a little confused. He said it wouldn't last and that it was nothing to worry about. It's the same as when you get a phone call that wakes you up and say strange things while half asleep. Yeah, I mean, you were sleeping for almost a month after all. This whole month, I felt like I was having a dream. Oh, having a fabulous time, I'm sure, in spite of how worried we were. It was a very mysterious world, I think. It was Hinamizawa just like here, but a bunch of things were different. First of all, Keiichi wasn't here. Hey, what? Why'd you have to leave me out? Because in that world, the incident with the gun didn't happen. In that world, you didn't have all those regrets. No, that wasn't all it was. I realized this would be my only chance to confess to my own sin. Everyone listened as I told them all about that world. Whenever some small thing was different, they'd respond one way or another about it, but they listened to me seriously. So the reason I'm here is because I weighed that world and this one, and chose this world, I think. You probably saw the other side of the river Styx. Like a near-death experience. If you had chosen that world, you probably wouldn't have come back here. Yes, if I chose that one, I don't think I would have returned. We all believed you'd come back, Rika-chan, and you believed it too, so that means our hands reached each other. I think you were doing your best to come back to us while you were asleep. What a good girl! Keiichi grinned and patted my head, but it seemed like he was mistaking what I meant. I hadn't returned. I'd compared that world and this one, and chosen this one. Why had I chosen this world? Because this one was more comfortable to be in. Satoko was always with me. Everyone in the club was here, and they were nice to me and spoiled me. But all that was still a world built on top of everyone's sins and misfortune. In other words, I had chosen to sacrifice the others for my own happiness. Shamelessly, self-centeredly, and selfishly. Everyone was fulfilled in that world. Only I wasn't. But I knew that I, too, could be happy there if I put in the hard work. But, at the very end, I'd chosen this world. I chose the world where I could rest on my laurels, atop the suffering and tears of my friends. That sounds like a very interesting world. Thank you. You wanted us all to be happy, even if it was just a dream. Rena smiled as she said that. Only she seemed to understand what I really meant by what I'd said.
But you know, if I got the chance to choose between those two worlds, I think this world would have been the right choice.
Well, why?
It's true that my mother's divorce was really sad for me. It changed a lot, but thanks to that, I learned a lot too. So the Reina in the other world you talked about probably isn't as human as this Rena is. You thought I was an exemplary person even as Reina in your dreams, but when I was actually Reina, I wasn't a very respectable person. What I mean is, when my mother got divorced, it was really hard and sad for me. But now I can accept it, since maybe it was just one of the trials a person has to go through in their life.
It's true that the trials of life, of failure, make a person grow. Yeah, I get what Rena means too. I didn't go to Hinamizawa in that world, but I was probably a total loser. I regret that incident more than anything I've ever done, and I won't forget it as long as I live. I'll probably have to reflect on it until the day I die. But like Rena said, thanks to that incident, I learned a lot of important lessons. Thinking about whether there was a world where I could make it so past incidents never happened might be attractive. But I don't think about that stuff. I think they're all important foundations that pile up to make the Keiichi Maebara here today.
Oh, but that goes for me as well. I was a spoiled child before, and I would have stayed that way as long as Nini was here. Having a world where Nini would never leave home is indeed an attractive invitation. But staying with him and continuing to be a spoiled child would mean nothing. So I would choose this world. Because now I can be proud of myself and wait for Nini to return.
Ma'am! At least she admits it. I can give her that much. But you're still kinda spoiled, Satoko, okay? Do you all really think that? I worried so much, thinking that I had to erase my sins. And now you're rejecting the choice of a beautiful world where those sins don't exist?
Yep. I think this world is more valuable.
But why?
Because the future of this world was something we all worked together to achieve. The people in that world were just idling their time away, right?
Idling away? But is living without sin a sin in itself?
It's not. But this one is still more valuable. I think the flowers that grow up in a greenhouse without difficulty are beautiful, sure. But maybe wildflowers that withstand the rain and wind and heat and cold have something more to them than beauty. I'm only talking about how important that is. Is there a reason to be ashamed of a beat-up wildflower?
But if you asked it to choose whether to grow up in a greenhouse or a field...
Oh, I get it. That's what you've been getting wrong all along, Rika-chan.
Me?
We're all wildflowers that sprouted in the field, aren't we? Once you've bloomed, there's no point in comparing them to an impossible imaginary future. Rika-chan, you're talking from the point of view of something higher than a flower. Something not human. Which of those two worlds is happier? The only one that can debate that are the gods who go between those worlds. But for the human named Rika-chan, there's only one world. Wait. I mean, you're in both worlds, but you can't go between them. The wildflower you and the greenhouse you both exist. And I think both of them are living proudly, following the destiny of their worlds. The wildflower saying things like, I wouldn't have struggled with anything if I grew up in a greenhouse doesn't make sense to begin with. We're all flowers. Wherever we plant our roots and sprout, we do our best to grow and bloom. Wishing you were born into a super rich family is what losers say in their sleep. If you have time to fantasize, you should start putting in effort and find a cheap supermarket so you can save up change.
Yeah, Satoko is proud of herself, so even if there was a world where she was super rich, I think you could compare them and not find either of them to be worse than the other.
Well, I must say, if I had to choose, I'd prefer to be super rich. I wonder, Rika-chan, are you still having second thoughts even after waking up in this world? Like whether this was really the right choice? Are you thinking that maybe the other one would have been good too?
Those words were probably the root of these cheerless feelings. I love this world, but I couldn't help but be troubled given the depth of my own sin of abandoning that world and insisting everyone else be sinners. Shouldn't I have chosen that world for the sake of everyone I loved? They've unanimously decided this world was better, but in a way, it was just acceptance, since they hadn't been granted the choice of selecting one of the two. That was why everyone thought positively and went with this world. They could have actually chosen. They'd all be conflicted too.
It must be hard. So that's why the sadness deep down won't heal, Rika-chan.
Yet, only Rena seemed to have figured everything out.
I know. I'll explain it to you like a game so that you can understand too, Rika-chan. Mi-chan, you brought candy with you today, right?
Huh? Sure. Why? What was she going to do? Then Rena grabbed it with both her hands and stuck them out towards me.
Here, Rika-chan. It's a present. I wonder which of these hands is better. Which is?
Meep. Won't make me play a punishment game if I guess wrong, will you?
Oh, there's nothing like that.
Hi, Nano. Welcome in. How are you?
Don't worry, just choose.
Even considering how we usually did club games, there really were no hints at all. I looked at the size of Rena's fists, but I couldn't begin to guess which had the candy in it. Oh, whatever. Time to test my luck. Then, I choose this fist.
This one? Here.
Rena opened her fist and revealed candy. I must have made the right choice.
Congratulations. Here, say ah.
Ah.
Is it good?
It was the standard but nostalgic taste of strawberry milk. As it shrunk, as I rolled it around my mouth and sucked on it, I couldn't help but give a smile. It's good. Good screaming because I just tried to raid you but I didn't type enough eyes. Oh, that's okay. Thank you so much for even considering it. I also love Higurashi. It's such a good story. How was your stream though? I'm gonna shout you out anyway since you wanted to raid me. Everybody go follow Nano, please! Wait, have you played all the Higurashi games or watched the anime? Or consumed whatever Higurashi content? Higurashi shaped my personality? Honestly? Valid. I played it very late in life, as in, like, I started, what, 2 years ago now? Oh my gosh, has it been 2 years since I started this? But, oh, it's affected me so much. I love this story. Yeah, it's been like 2 years, right? Because it's my second year of streaming, and I started streaming Higurashi. Game's not entirely anime, yes, except the remaster. Oh, I see. I was watching the remaster for a little bit, and then I stopped because the story started changing, and I was like, I don't know what's going on anymore. I think so. Yeah, that's crazy. 2 whole years. But yeah, this is game 9, so it's after the main story. I assume you know what happens, but if you don't want spoilers, you know. Just so you're aware. Ipa.
Are you happy? Then Rika-chan's world is happy.
I'm really happy that I won your choice game. Rena Ryugu made a very heavy impact on my mentally ill brain back in the day. I love her. Rena is so good. So good. Best girl. I love Rena. I love Hanyu. I love Rika too, but sometimes Rika can be a little wishy-washy and that annoys me. If it's not anime stuff, I have no idea what happens. Oh, I don't know if this is in the anime or not. Where does the anime stop? Because this is like post, I guess post-ending. Because I assume the anime has all of the main 8 games in it. That's a loaded question, true. It's like, is this like after Takano at all? Like after all this stuff with Takano? Like, does it ever go past that once they win? Victory is sweet.
Hey, Rika-chan. Why do you think you won?
Me? Rena showed me her other palm, the one I didn't choose. Ah. In her hand, she was holding 2 pieces of candy. In other words, the one I chose was wrong. They do win in the anime. I think it's been a while. That's fair. So this is like afterwards. It's after Rika finally gets her, like, quote-unquote happy ending. and some stuff happens, and now she's not sure if the world that she chose, which is the one post-victory, is the right one for her. And Rena is trying to patiently explain to her that, yes, it is. At that moment, and this was really obvious, but I immediately realized how merry I had been feeling. Yeah.
That feeling right now is close to how you're feeling about this, isn't it? As soon as you compare different worlds, you're already overstepping your bounds as a person. It's God's job to worry over which is better, not ours. We only ever have one world given to us, and we're made so that we could find happiness in it. In your dream, Rika-chan, you were a god who could go between two worlds, which made you feel like that.
Rika's so sus of anything happy. She's like, nah, this ain't real. I know, and it's so frustrating. Just be happy, child. You won. What more could you ask for? She is a traumatized baby. They all are, low-key. Or maybe high-key.
But you can't worry about what was in my other hand.
I was a witch who lived 100 years in countless worlds. That was exactly why I'd always believed I was special. Someone who would overcome millions of choices to gain happiness. That I was able to gain happiness, that I was sure to. But I had it completely backwards. I wasn't any better than anyone else. When it came to finding happiness, I was the worst of them all. I do lurk for a bit, I gotta fix some things. Continue down the path of silly Rika. Oh yes, thank you so much for dropping by. Appreciate it. Good luck with fixing things. Then I remembered how Hanyu had so curtly and quickly told me the other world was a dream. It wasn't a dream. But now that I'd chosen, this was reality, and that really was nothing more than a dream. When a cat is in a box, you can imagine two futures, one where it's alive and one where it's dead. Schrodinger's cat? But when you open it, there's only one future. The other future, at that moment, becomes no more than a dream. The one who opens it accepts the future inside and lives. Worrying about which of the two futures is in the box was better at a job for... Which of the two futures in the box was better was a job for those who weren't human, those who could interfere with the contents. Quantum physics, yummy. I know, that's crazy. In my Higurashi? As a mere human being, I had awkwardly trodden in the world of the gods, which was why I'd misunderstood some important things, wasn't it? In that world, Hanyu had regrets. She regretted having used the power of the gods to interfere with my life. And now I finally understood why. She was quite clear about it. She clearly said that people had to live the best they could in their world. I had to stop being this witch. Yes. I knew now that I was not the witch named Burn Castell, but Rika Furude. My copy had lived for 100 years, bending fate to her whim, and maybe she still exists in some higher dimension than this human world. But that was no longer who I was. I was Rika Furude. In this world, I would live, and in this world, I would seize happiness. I mustn't use that power ever again. Which meant I had to make sure not to treat my own life without respect from now on. Which meant... guess I should be more careful about traffic accidents. Huh? You're right!
Oh, you're right. Never mess around while riding your bike again.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Children who don't know something that obvious have no right to pretend to be witches. It doesn't make a lick of sense. Alright everyone, let's leave things at that for today. Rika-chan is still very weak right now. You can all come visit again tomorrow, so let's let her have some rest. Coach appeared and clapped his hands together, but my friends weren't finished saying goodbye just yet. Rika, are you alright now? Thank you. Rena explained everything to me better than your tied-up tongue ever could. I'm okay now. That's crazy. The next time you lose your life, I'll have to accept that fate. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that too. Children who mess around in the road get hit by cars every day in Japan. It just happened to occur in Hinamizawa too. I have something to be frustrated about. It's not crossing the road on a red light from now on. But are you okay with that? You used to throw tantrums about how lonely you'd be without me.
I'm alright now. I made a very important friend.
Really? Who is it? Introduce me.
I'm not telling. Oh.
I see. That means I'm Rika Furude, right?
If you think so, Rika, then you are.
Thank you.
Thank you for what?
A bunch of things. After Irie admonished everyone else, they all glumly got ready to go home. Hanyu too was about to disappear. But I clapped my fist into my hand, as if remembering something, and spoke to her. Hey, Hanyu.
What is it?
In that other world, I promised I'd fill the refrigerator with cream puffs once I returned to my original world. But that was a dream, so I can forget about it, right?
Oh!
You're breaking character.
That's crazy.
Rika, I'll bring you something tomorrow when we visit. Is there anything you want to eat?
Rika-chan likes spicy things, doesn't she? She likes going to the Korean food fair at the department store in Goguda, doesn't she? I wonder if they sell super hot kimchi there.
Oh!
I want something sweet.
Sweet? Okay, what kind?
Then let's all go buy a shortcake. The ones at Angel Mort are especially delicious. Then I'll go with some cream puffs from Angel Mort. Cheap ones are fine. I just want to eat a lot.
It's a good thing you're energetic enough to eat. It doesn't matter what kind of food. If you eat a lot, you'll be back to normal. Now then, everyone. Visiting hours are over.
Everyone began to leave. Hanyu too. Now we're even, right?
I didn't do you any favors. Oop, yeah.
Right. That was a dream after all.
Good night, Rika. Sweet dreams.
Good night, Rika Furude. And please, treat the future you won with care.
What if it wasn't a dream? I think it wasn't a dream. And then based on her decision, she chose this world. And that's why she was feeling guilty. And then Rena basically told her, hey, it doesn't matter, you're here. So that you've chosen this world and you can't really change your mind anymore. So you have to find happiness in this world, and that's gonna be okay.
And please, treat the future you won with care. Thank you. Oh, right. After I get out, the first thing I'll do is go visit my parents' grave. I realized something just now. Why I had to kill my mother to return to this world. The fragment coming out when I killed her or whatever wasn't the problem. Choosing a world in which my mother wasn't here was already killing her. Until now, I'd chosen this world without feeling any sorrow for it. For killing my mother every time. That was what you wanted me to realize, wasn't it? The sins you feel in me. That's probably one of them. I'd stopped respecting my parents. And I finally realized that in the other world. Rika, thank you for realizing. I feel as though the most important sin I felt from you has been cleansed. It'll be okay, Rika. Your hands are not stained with your mother's blood. That was all something I showed you because I wanted to be mean to you for a little. All just a dream.
Is this Hanyu speaking? I can't tell.
May you forget all of it when you awaken from your slumber. Good night, Rika. Sleep deep. Sleep deep. As I dream of how you will color your life in the future.
And that's it! Because I'm afraid of playing the last chapter of this game on stream. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you know, I'm happy that she chose her original world. I think that was the correct decision. Good job, Rika.